Hi, everybody. Anaya, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I could not be prouder of everything you've done in your time with the Obama Foundation. And, of course, I couldn't be prouder of all of you in the graduating class of 2020, as well as the teachers and the coaches, and most of all, parents and family who guided you along the way. Now, graduating is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you have had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness or a parent losing a job or living in a neighborhood where people too often count you out. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad. Mine usually go on way too long. Also, not that many people look great in those caps, especially if you have big ears like me. And you'll have plenty of time to catch up with your friends once the immediate public health crisis is over. But what remains true is that your graduation marks your passage into adulthood, the time when you begin to take charge of your own life. It's when you get to decide what's important to you, the kind of career you want to pursue, who you want to build a family with, the values you want to live by. And given the current state of the world, that may be kind of scary. If you'd planned on going away for college, getting dropped off at campus in the fall, that's no longer a given. If you are planning to work while going to school, finding that first job is going to be tougher. Even families that are relatively well off are dealing with massive uncertainty. Those who were struggling before, they're hanging on by a thread. All of which means that you're going to have to grow up faster than some generations. This pandemic has shaken up the status quo and laid bare a lot of our country's deep-seated problems, from massive economic inequality to ongoing racial disparities to a lack of basic health care for people who need it. It's woken a lot of young people up to the fact that the old ways of doing things just don't work. That it doesn't matter how much money you make if everyone around you is hungry and sick, and that our society and our democracy only work when we think not just about ourselves, but about each other. It's also pulled the curtain back on another hard truth, something that we all have to eventually accept once our childhood comes to an end. You know, all those adults that you used to think were in charge and knew what they were doing? Turns out they don't have all the answers. A lot of them aren't even asking the right questions. So if the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. That realization may be kind of intimidating, but I hope it's also inspiring. With all the challenges this country faces right now, nobody can tell you, no, you're too young to understand, or this is how it's always been done. Because with so much uncertainty, with everything suddenly up for grabs, this is your generation's world to shape. Since I'm one of the old guys, I won't tell you what to do with this power that rests in your hands, but I'll leave you with 3 quick pieces of advice. First, don't be afraid. America's gone through tough times before. Slavery, civil war, famine, disease, the Great Depression, and 9/11. And each time, we came out stronger. Usually because a new generation, young people like you, learned from past mistakes, and figured out how to make things better. Second, do what you think is right. Doing what feels good, what's convenient, what's easy, that's how little kids think. Unfortunately, a lot of so-called grown-ups, including some with fancy titles and important jobs, still think that way, which is why things are so screwed up. I hope that instead you decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, respect for others. You won't get it right every time. You'll make mistakes, like we all do. But if you listen to the truth that's inside yourself, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, people will notice. They'll gravitate towards you. And you'll be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And finally, build a community. No one does big things by themselves. Right now, when people are scared, it's easy to be cynical and say, let me just look out for myself, or my family, or people who look or think or pray like me. But if we're going to get through these difficult times, if we're going to create a world where everybody has opportunity to find a job and afford college, if we're going to save the environment and defeat future pandemics, then we're going to have to do it together. So be alive to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us: sexism, racial prejudice, status, greed, and set the world on a different path. When you need help, Michelle and I have made it the mission of our foundation to give young people like you the skills and support to lead in your own communities and to connect you with other young leaders around the country and around the globe. But the truth is, you don't need us to tell you what to do, because in so many ways, you've already started to lead. Congratulations, class of 2020. Keep making us proud.
Aloha to our special 2020 Kohala High School graduates. I have had the honor of watching you grow into adulthood, and I'm so proud of your efforts to meet this important milestone in your lives. This class will not be remembered by the disappointment brought upon us by the global crisis we currently find ourselves in, but rather for your firm resolve in pursuing your dreams and fulfilling your destiny. As you venture out into the world, remember that one choice, one person, one class can cause a ripple effect to change the world. As your West Hawaii Complex Area Superintendent, on behalf of the Hawaii Department of Education, I accept this class as fulfilling all of the requirements required for a high school diploma. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Welcome to the senior class of Kohala High School's graduation. We have come so far as a class, and it was all supposed to come together for one amazing ceremony to celebrate our achievements as a class. And, even in the midst of a global pandemic, I'm proud to say that as a class, a school, and a community, we have all come together to make sure that that still happens. Even as we sit here in our cars and trucks, socially distanced, our hearts are together for one last day as a class. Even with the best year of our school career cut short, we can all be thankful for what memories we have made together this year, like dominating in the homecoming activities and in Spirit Points in general. I think that we all lived every day of our senior year like it was our last, even though we didn't know that that last day would come so soon. We have made this year one to remember, and to pay it tribute, let's make this graduation one to remember too.
Aloha, community members, families, special guests, students, staff, people watching from afar, and the graduates of 2020. Thank you so much for being a part of our virtual graduation. None of us could have predicted that the year would end this way. When we left for spring break, we did not even think about our students not stepping into our classrooms for the rest of the school year. So here we are, making the most of a necessary situation while the community rallies to honor our graduates. Despite the many losses that so many people were affected by, times like these afford us an opportunity to show our integrity, determination, and dedication to others. So I'd like to take this time to share some things I felt made a positive difference during this time in hopes it can help our graduates moving forward. There were so many things about this pandemic that were out of our control. Some may have felt like they were being controlled. Still, there were people out there who found a way to keep feeding their communities, to stay in business, to help others, and to still celebrate all of those special milestones in life. Our own students organized a virtual prom. So when you hit a wall, graduates, find a way. It may not be what you pictured, and the process may take you out of your comfort zone, but people who are able to adapt, be flexible, and think outside the box are the ones who make things happen. If it's something that you really want, or something that can help others or change the world for the better, find a way. Regardless of how bad or how good something seems, it does not always mean what we gain from the experience has to be bad or good. Sometimes the largest amount of growth comes after a really tough period in life. So graduates, embrace every experience and use them all to help you discover what you like and don't like, to learn more about yourself and what you're truly capable of, and use your experiences to help shape your future. One of our graduates spent a lot of this time learning how to 3D print and make protective gear for our cafeteria workers, while others sewed hundreds of masks or helped organize food distribution that supported our local farmers. You'll avoid a lot of highs and lows and have more energy to give toward the greater good. There is no good or bad. There's just experiences that we all go through. What you take from these experiences is up to you. And finally, don't settle. Find something you're passionate about and that you're just lucky enough to get paid to do as well. You'll spend a large percentage of your life working, but wouldn't it be amazing if it didn't feel like work? You'll know you found your passion when you have limitless energy for it and you're excited to get up every morning to do it all again. During this time, the people who were involved in something they were passionate about accomplished so much more than we could even think possible. Senior projects were not work to those who were fortunate enough to have discovered something worth finishing, something they felt they needed to finish for themselves. Along your path to your passion, there will be a lot of steps necessary for you to take that will not be as enticing, but it won't slow you down because the end result will make it all worth it. So while we lost a lot during this pandemic, we can't say it was all bad when so much good has come from it. The greatest of those gifts being time. More time with our families, more time to catch up on schoolwork or house projects, more time to give back to others, and more time to reflect on what matters to us the most. So this video is my gift to you, graduates, to give you one last chance to walk down these halls and to reflect on the memories you want to take with you, the ones you cherish, the ones you've grown from, the ones that broke you down, and the ones that built you up. They're all yours. Those memories and experiences have made you into the person you are today, who's ready to go out and represent this community, family, friends, and this school. We look forward to seeing how you rise up, Cowboys. We believe in you. Be brave. Much aloha.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to graduate!
Class of 2020, you've made it. You guys are awesome. I am so honored, so thrilled to be here, giving you guys commencement speech 2020. 2020 Bengals! Yeah! You remember this from homecoming? 2020 Bengals. 2020 is Bengals. Is that okay to say that word? Is that I'm not even sure what that means. 2020 Bengals. I think we're okay. If it's inappropriate, great thing about this is we can edit this out. In fact, Dunk will probably edit this out. 2020 Bengals. But congratulations, class of 2020. You guys, I am so proud to be talking to you guys. You guys are like family. In fact, you guys, I feel very strongly about this. You are my children. And some of you, in fact, are my children. Even though we're not live and we're doing this, it feels like my emotions are hopefully coming out to you live. And I hope that I have the right words to describe how I feel about you guys, because I'm really close to this class, from bitty basketball time, from elementary school, from growing up with you guys at middle school, all the great things we did there, to now your senior year at high school. A lot of you have coached, a lot of you have mentored. I have a lot of love and a lot of aloha for you guys. So glad that I could be doing this for you, and I'm honored that you chose me. Sometimes when you do a live speech, I did one years ago for class of 2012. Diona, I did a live commencement speech for them, and that was the spookiest, scariest time of my life. So I'm a little bit happy that I'm doing it where it's edited and it's pre-recorded. In fact, I actually have the 2012 speech. I got it right here. I wrote it down. It was a very long speech. I kept it just in case, of emergencies, and so I'm glad I still have the 2012 speech. It was really long. I'm gonna keep this short. I'm not gonna talk forever. In fact, I have two very, very special guests that are gonna help me out today, and you're gonna hear from them in a couple of minutes. All right, and I know some of you guys wanted, like Monty requested Tom Brady to be your guest speaker, and then he said I don't want him anymore. I'm not sure why. And then Jazz was like, oh, I'll take Tom Brady as your speaker. So I tried to get him, couldn't. Some of you guys wanted The Rock. You guys wanted Michelle Obama. My own son wanted Kevin Hart. In fact, I would want Kevin Hart to be your guest. That would be awesome. If you're listening to Kevin Hart right now, you guys are stuck with me, and I'm gonna do the best I can. But I have, again, just a few words, things that I want to say. You guys are a class 2020, and I mean this sincerely. You're a class that was so kind, so big-hearted. You, from elementary all the way to high school, helped each other out. You were kind, you were polite, you thought about each other, you were thoughtful. All those great characteristics that make the class of 2020. So again, I'm very proud to be here talking to you. I just have a short message for you guys, and this is a message that was passed down to me by my parents. My mom, she told me that life's about the people you surround yourself with. And she said it's the people that you have in your family, in your friends, in your circle that make you the person you are. My father, he's a little more quiet. My dad, Pops, he was a little bit more about the place. So my mom would say people, my dad would say place. I always thought you put those two together, they're both absolutely right. You guys, it's about the people and the place, and you're so blessed. So, I don't want to say lucky, but to be so passionate about the place you're growing up here in Kohala. This is such a wonderful place. To me, it's the best place in the world. And if you think about that, so many people come to the Big Island, come to Kohala, and don't come now. For the reason, don't come right now. Later on, you guys, tourists, whatever, can come visit. But this place that you are growing up and have grown up in is around the world the number one destination if you want to come. If you think about it, the Hawaiian Islands, besides being the Big Island, is the best of all islands. Other islands crowded, too touristy. And if you think about the Big Island, if we're the best island in the Hawaiian Islands, if you think about the Big Island, Kohala is the best place to go. I've traveled all around in many places, you guys, and I can tell you for a fact. In fact, quick story. My dad grew up on the plantation, and he played third base for the plantation softball team. He said their best road trip always was coming up to Kohala back in the 70s to play the Kohala plantation back in those days. And he said no matter win or lose, he said mostly they lost. And I think they lost every game to Kohala. But anyway, he said win or lose, the Kohala players, their whole families would be there at Camp Park afterwards, bust out the coolers, get the hibachi going, And he said they were so gracious, so much respect, so much sportsmanship, which continues to this day. So when you guys go out in the world, remember the people and the place that you come from. Remember this. And I know, and I'm trying to stay positive, so I know there's the coronavirus going on and the quarantine and all that. But think of it this way. Whenever there's dark clouds, whenever it's rainy and stormy, guess what? There's a rainbow that's going to soon come. The clouds clear, the sun comes out. So kind of look at it this way. You have so many positive things that you guys have enjoyed, so many great things. Don't let the last couple months ruin it for you. All right, stay positive, stay happy, enjoy this wonderful occasion of you guys graduating. Like I said, I have a couple special, very special guest speakers. I couldn't do this by myself. You guys are such a great class. I had to get help. And since you asked me, now from the middle school, I want to bring you back to Halaula, the place to be. Now, I tried to, like I said earlier, get The Rock, Kevin Hart, those kind of guys. Couldn't get them. But I did get Jack Black to help you guys with your commencement. I got Jack Black. You guys know him as Mr. Michaelis, aka Mr. Michaelis. But in real life, he's Jack Black. He just plays the role of a teacher. Now, Jack Black, he's a bit of a prima donna. He requested, in fact, he demanded that he have his own theme song when he comes on. And so I got a special theme song for Mr. Jack Black. He wanted to have this big special intro. And Jack Black told me that he has a special guest for you when he's done, even a bigger star than him. And so you know him as Mr. Michaelis. I know him as Jack Black. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Black.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for that nice introduction. You introduced me being a little wild and crazy. I'm just not feeling it today. These are serious times, and I thought I'd have a little serious discussion with the class of 2020, if you don't mind. When they asked me to talk to the class of 2020, I was so excited. I couldn't wait to give some of my advice. I started writing things down, and I thought I'd share those with you today, if you don't mind. First thing, ironically, is that you can be serious. You don't always have to be jokey. There's a time and a place for everything, and frankly, this is the time to be serious. Another thing is, have a place of your own. Welcome to my man cave. This is, many of you know, I have 2 daughters, a wife, and 4 female dogs. So I'm the only male at this house, so this is really a place that I can let my testosterone fly, if you will. What else is on here? Oh, pets. Here's a pet. It's important to have pets. Pets are one of those things that help relax you and can get. Hold on. All right, let me clean that up. Okay. Got it. I know. I got it. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, down. Okay. So, all right, have a pet. It's okay to be serious. Have a place of your own. What else? Stay humble. Don't get a big head. You have. Oh. How did I? Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. I'm sure there's a button I can press. Oh, that is not the button. All right. Wait, can somebody help? I pressed the. I don't know. Okay. The important thing is that you. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh. Well, hello. Let me see if I can turn that off. Calm. Okay. All right. Be serious. Have a dog. Place of your own. These are all important things. You know what? Let me show you my page. I wrote these things down somewhere, so let me show you my page. Shh. Get. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Oh, that's that. Nope. Hold on. That is not the page. No. Get down. Okay. Bad dog. Here we are. Find out say yes more often. Keep your cool. Well, you know what? There's nothing I could tell you guys that you don't already know. So let me give you your real gift. As I was looking to see who the heck you guys were, I realized that your 8th grade movie is right here. It's right still online after 4 years. In fact, if you type in this little Google thing, this link, it takes you right to it. So your homework, everybody, is to watch this and realize this is just 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Let me stop sharing. 4 years ago. And you're going to see people on there that you're going to be, oh, I really love that person. Now I hate them. I hated that person. Now I love them. People who didn't like each other are dating. People who are dating didn't like each other. Some people you haven't even seen since the 8th grade because they went to different schools. The point is that feeling that you feel, that longing for the past. It's called nostalgia. And you're going to feel it for your high school years. You're going to feel it for really your whole life. So take a look and see what those 4 years, just 4 years ago, looked like. It's fascinating. Down. And I wish you guys the most. I wish you guys the best of luck in everything you do, no matter what you do. Let me get rid of it. Okay. So, best of luck, and here's
Miss Blanco.
Hi guys, thanks Mr. Michaelis for that introduction, and thank you Mr. Anderson for that huge hype. I mean, they expected Michelle Obama and they got Miss Blanco. I'll try my hardest, So where to start? Like, the first thing I want to say is, wow, you guys have had such a ride. Like, seriously, you guys rode from the high school all the way to Halaula, through town, seeing everybody congratulating you, and that must have been the best feeling. So for the students that didn't experience me, Mr. Anderson, or Mr. Michaelis, I apologize for the unwarranted trip down memory lane. But I'm sure after hearing all of those stories, you are probably considering yourself lucky. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Mrs. Erica Blanco. I taught these young adults when they were wee little middle schoolers at Kohala Middle School. Well, not all of them were little because Kamani was always tall. But to be fair, I'm super short. When I spoke to Mr. Anderson about the possibility of being one of the commencement speakers, I was like, really, me? There's no way I can compete with Mr. Anderson and Mr. Michaelis. Those guys have years of experience and years of talking, and me, not so much. So Mr. Anderson followed up by saying that I'd be the perfect anchor to the Michaelis and Anderson show. Something that I've been doing for the greater part of 10 years anyway. So, compliment? Yeah, I think so. And this is why. So when some of you guys think of an anchor, you think of something that is weighing you down or keeping you in one place. But if you actually think about an anchor and what it symbolizes, you will see that it stands for security, stability, and being grounded. Something that I clearly give to Mr. Anderson and Mr. Michaelis. Here, Mr. Anderson talked about growing up and how special it is to be growing up here because of the people and the place. As someone who has grown up in Kohala, walked through the same landmarks as you, and graduated from the same school as you, I can attest to how special it truly is and how it has really impacted and anchored my life. So think about it this way. You are a boat. Yeah, I know. Another analogy about a boat during this pandemic. But this one's different, I promise. Because you are not in the boat, like you're actually the boat. So anyway, that boat gets to travel the seas of life. You know, you, the boat, gets to travel the sea of life. One that may take you to college or to the workforce, all the way to the mainland, another country, or to a different part of this island, or another island. But no matter where you are, you will have your anchors, your classmates, your friends, family, and the Kohala community that will continue to give you security, stability, and keep you grounded. These are the anchors, and they will keep you in tune with what really matters in life, what makes you happy, what makes you feel safe, what you want to strive for, what do you want to do. All of these are helpful when you're figuring out Act 2 of your life as an adult, your life after high school. So, a bit of advice. You shouldn't be afraid to lose sight of the shore when you are searching for your dreams. And no doubt, sometimes the waves of life will slam you right in the face and make it really hard to breathe. But there will also be times when you are riding it effortlessly. And you know what? This is going to be attributed to your anchors of growing up in Kohala with your classmates, with your friends, with your family. These are the anchors that will be there no matter where you go in your life. When times get rough, you should reach out to them. Trust them, because it will be okay. You will get through it and you will be successful. They will help you learn from your mistakes and will allow you to maximize your opportunities. When you can do this, you're going to be opened up to a limitless potential for your future. So if you remember nothing else from what I said, and you're thinking back about, Ms. Blanco said something about anchors. So at least remember this. Stay anchored in all that you do, or be an anchor for someone else on their journey. Anchors are necessary. So right now, turn to your family members and thank them for being the truest anchor of security and stability in every single thing you did in your life. No matter how crazy, no matter how ambitious, and even when you use the other definition of anchor to describe them, about weighing me down. Your family has been there. They are the truest anchor. And when you get a chance to celebrate this accomplishment with your classmates and friends, thank them for the memories, and also thank them for being another anchor in your life. And lastly, as you take your senior stroll through Kohala Town, celebrating your graduation, look at the community waving, cheering, congratulating, and celebrating you. They're celebrating you. Yell a thank you, give an air hug or an air five to thank them for being another anchor in your life. You are you because of all of your anchors. So with that said, I'm so sorry you guys were robbed of the graduation that you've been planning since you were little. And the one that you've hoped and dreamed for since you stepped foot on that campus. You know, but I couldn't be prouder of you, of everything that you guys have accomplished together. The tears, loss, and the heartbreak that you guys have experienced, and the resilience you have shown as a class to work hard each and every day to honor Oscar, to honor each other, to honor your school, your family, and your community. You guys couldn't make us any prouder. So congratulations, class of 2020. The future is bright. And remember, stay anchored.
To the class of 2020, at this very moment in time, we are close to going our separate ways. We'll travel to new places, we'll meet new people. Every single one of us will get on with our own lives and start a new chapter. However, I won't forget about the memorable times and bondings we all had with each other. Every single one of you has played a vital role in each other's lives, big or small, closest of friends or not. It shaped us into the person we are to this day. It shaped me to the person I am to this day. I know all of us may have not been as close with one another through our high school years. We all had our own set of cliques, our special set of friends, our own specific interests. But when we all came together as a class at class events or class bondings, all of us could interact with each other like we were always so close, like a family. We didn't let our differences get in the way of how we treated each other. The bonding and connection we all have with each other is something compatible and something that is very special. It is nothing compared to what the other classes in the school have. From elementary school to middle school to high school to now and after. The bonding and love we all have for one another is so very heartfelt and so precious, which makes our class very special. It is something I will always remember for the rest of my life and carry with me as we all start our new lives together. Thank you to every single one of you for being so special in my life and in each other's lives during these last 4 years of high school as a class together. To the class of 2020, thank you. With love, your class treasurer, Justice Ventura. To the class of 2020, at this very moment in time, we are close to going our separate ways. We'll travel.
Graduates of the class of 2020, wear Reef Safe sunscreen. If I could offer you one guaranteed tip for the future, Reef Safe sunscreen would be it. The benefits have been proven by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice is little more than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind, you won't understand the power and beauty of your youth until they've faded. But trust me, in 10 years, you'll look back at pics of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. Life is not as bad as you imagine, but do worry about the future. But know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra problem by pounding poi with a sponge. The real troubles in your life are apt to be the things that never cross your worried mind, the kind that blindside you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you, but only you can define what that is. Don't be reckless with your heart, and don't let others be reckless with your heart either. Brush and floss, and if your hands are dirty, wash them. Don't waste time with jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. A marathon, really, not a race. Remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your old love letters and throw away the things that hurt your soul. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Some of the most interesting people didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. And some of the most interesting 31-year-olds still don't know. Get plenty of vitamin C and calcium. Bend your knees. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 30. Maybe you'll teach him how to Dougie at your 15th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices have power, but life is half chance, and so is everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way that you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people might think of it. It is the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance, even if you have nowhere to do it but out on your own lanai. Read the directions, even if you don't follow them. Don't read too much into Instadrama. It will only get ugly. Get to know the people that matter. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your ohana. They are your best link to the past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Understand that friends come and go, but a precious few hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle. That is a big one. We are all in this together. I find the older I get, the more you need the people who really know you. Live in the big city once, but leave before you get too caught up. Live in the forest once, but leave before you get too lost. Go wherever you want and follow your arrow, but accept certain unalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will pander, you too will get old, and when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable and politicians were honest, and children respected their elders. Respect your kapuna. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you'll marry wealthy, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess with your hair too much. You are beautiful the way you are. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off and painting over the worn parts, then upcycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on that Reef Safe sunscreen. Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. Graduates of the class of 2020. Where
To the class of 2020, thank you. Thank you for the memories we have shared. Thank you for the moments we have had. And thank you for understanding. These last few months have been tough. They've been tough for everyone, but especially for us. 3 of the best months of our lives have been ripped away from us. Prom, May Day, and spring sports have now ceased to exist. But that's not what we will be known for. Instead, we will be known as the class that overcame hardships no matter what. I think we've all learned that life is unexpected. Anything can happen at any time to anyone. That's what makes life exciting, and that's also what makes life challenging. But tough times aren't forever. Any difficulties we have faced in the end have made us stronger. And now we have reached our goal of graduating high school. And I know it's not the way we originally planned, but things happen for a reason. And I think this will prepare us for any obstacle we may face in the future. So in the light of a world in crisis, we must remember the ones around us, our family and friends that have always been there for us. That's what matters most. Much love, your Vice President, Duncan Anderson.
Hello and congratulations, class of 2020. It's me, Mr. Marr. Have you all been missing me? You should, because I'm pretty great. Just kidding. I've been missing you guys so much. I'm going to be honest, I don't have much to offer in terms of motivational speeches, so I'll just kind of talk about how I feel about you guys and your futures. Again, I'll be honest here. At first, I was actually afraid for all of you, what with this pandemic that's been happening. I kept thinking to myself, oh my gosh, are schools even going to be open? Are colleges going to be open? For those of you that are pursuing a higher education, will there even be schools open for you to continue? For those of you who are going in a specific line of work after graduating high school, is there a job ready available for you? I kept thinking these negative thoughts, which, pro tip, don't dwell too much on negative thoughts. It's good to be thinking about that stuff and be prepared, but obsessing over those thoughts can lead you down a hole. Anyway, I kept being fearful for you all, and then I actually sat down and really thought about it. In just the 2 years that I taught at Kohala High School as your history teacher, shout out to those of you in my history classes. In just those 2 years, I learned a lot about you and what you're all capable of. And I realized that you're all independent and strong individuals, each and every one of you. You guys have dealt with problems within your own homes and neighborhoods. You've dealt with problems at the local and community level on your island and Hawaii as a whole. You've dealt with national problems, and whether that's regarding gender, race, gun laws, nuclear missiles, etc., etc. And now you're dealing with a worldwide problem with this pandemic. And I've been thinking, well, that's naturally the next step for all of you, right? Dealing with worldwide problems. I mean, I've been with you all long enough to know that you're all advocates of your generation, and you have the potential to become leaders and do well for yourself and others. And I don't want to say if you aren't directly helping the world, you aren't an asset. Even helping and supporting the community at a local level helps the world overall. And naturally, this is just the next step for you, as is college, as is trade school, as is an occupation. I still worry for all of you, of course, and I always will. But I'm not fearful, because you guys have shown time and again that you are advocates, that you can get things done. And so long as you are learners, you'll succeed. That sounds a bit cliche, and it is, but it's true. Math, that's important. Science, that's important. English, important. History with Mr. Marr, extremely important. But I think that the most important knowledge and skill that you can take away from the last 17, 18, however many years of schooling you've been in, is knowing how to learn. Learning is definitely a skill in and of itself, and if you can develop that skill and harness that skill, like I know you guys have, the world is your oyster. Because you can never be too old to learn something new, even if it feels that way. Whether you're continuing education or getting a job out of high school, you are required to learn, and learning is different for everyone. Some of you learn through different techniques, some at a different pace, some at a different capacity, but it doesn't matter. As long as you keep striving, and if you can promise not to me, but to yourself that you will keep on striving to learn, then I know I have nothing to fear. I'm going to sign off now by saying I wish you guys the best. Not that you'll need it because you've already proven yourselves. But, congratulations once again, class of 2020. Love you guys. Later.
To class of 2020, thank you. Thank you for the memories we have created. Thank you for the moments we have spent together over the course of years, through kindergarten to now. Thank you for giving me the greatest experiences in my life that I will never see again. Thank you for making me feel like I'm someone and that I'm like a brother to you all. Thank you for making me feel loved and cared, and for all the smiles and laughs, and for being my family. Family and friends who have supported us to this class, thank you. You guys have supported us through the fundraisers, setups, cleanups, spirit weeks, and much more. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. We wouldn't be graduating, we wouldn't have a strive of purpose. You, family, and friends have always encouraged us to be the best we could, to strive for success. And thank you for helping our class through the course of years. You guys will forever be part of the class of 2020 family. Thank you for everything. And of course, we can't forget all the teachers and staff. First, thank you, Mr. Kise, Ms. Petruzzi, Ms. Hoy, Mr. Polito, Matt Thomas, Mrs. Helen, Auntie Shirley, Mr. Leitner, and Ms. Richwell. All you guys were part of the 2020 advisors at one point. Thank you. Each one of you teachers made a special moment for us in high school. You guys are always there when we need you guys, teaching us life lessons and of course giving us lots of opportunities. Thank you for being our advisors, and thank you for your time and services with everything for us. In addition, thank you. Thank you to all the teachers and staff and principals. Thank you for making this school feel like a home. Thank you for all the opportunities, the hospitality, the support, the care, and just overall love. You guys made it feel really comfortable for us to be in school. You guys worked so hard for us and our future. You guys cared about us a lot, and I appreciate it. Thank you for making Kohala High a great experience, and thank you for helping us to be here this day graduating. 2020 bangers for life, and jazz out.
Greetings, friends and family who have gathered here to honor the class of 2020 graduates. First off, I would like to give a huge thank you to all of the teachers who all had a profound impact on the development of the students that will be graduating today. Secondly, I personally want to give a huge thank you and appreciation towards my family who have always been there by my side. My mom, who provided unconditional love and support. My dad, who gave me the motivation to push through life while going through personal struggles. My brother, who gave me nothing but guidance towards my future. And to my sister, who has been my inspiration in life. Catherine, you were the key person I went to for help, or if I needed someone to just put a smile on my face. But most of all, you helped make my dreams come true. And without those dreams, I wouldn't be here today. And lastly, I want to give an immense thank you to my class. You have shaped me into who I have become, and we all have been there for one another for the last 13 years of our lives. We have been through ups and downs with each other, but in the end, we will treasure the memories we have had together. Even though our senior year was cut short due to the pandemic, we still managed to come through as a class and make it as memorable as possible. Like, remember our freshman year, getting sent down to the gym floor to battle the seniors in a battle cry, which literally made some of us cry. That was one of the scariest moments of our high school years. Do you remember our sophomore year getting demolished at every activity by every class? I mean, we even lost to the freshmen during boys powder puff, but it was still memorable in my eyes. And then during our junior year, we lost a beloved classmate who was like family to us. Everything suddenly came to a stop, and yet we pushed through and made it in the end. We even had some class spirit victories. And then, the most memorable year of all, senior year. We all vowed to claim all victories and become the most spirited class. We all went into senior year with senioritis, trying to balance school and our social lives. We all were trying to make the best of it. And whenever we came together, like during our class bonfire at Duncan's house, our class get-together, not bonfire, every stress seemed to fade away, and we all just soaked in the moments of being together one last time. Now, as we all go our separate ways and say our final goodbyes, this is the most significant and life-altering achievement we have claimed to this day. We have worked for over 12 years for this moment, and who would have thought that things would turn out this way? Although this ceremony is not at all what we have been dreaming about, it still shows what we are made of, and that we will make the best out of any situation. I have no doubt that every graduate here will find a way to succeed in life and pursue what is dearest to them. I know that in a few years from now, we'll come together again and think of those fun memories that we have experienced together. We all have made an impact on each other, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this class. Through thick and thin, we helped each other with homework, helped each other study for tests, and we've even helped each other make life-changing decisions. We had each other's backs, and now we will all go in different directions, but I truly believe that we will still find ways to keep in contact with one another. At least I hope so. So thank you to the class of 2020 for making these years so memorable. I definitely won't forget it. Oh, and one last thing. Congratulations all. We finally made it.
Nicholas Quinn. Duncan Justin Taka Anderson. Justice Elijah Kylan Ventura. Jazz Cupono Francisco. The Merit Shield Award acknowledges the student from Kohala High School of 2020 who embodies leadership, quality, citizenship, service, academics, overall character, integrity, responsibility, and involvement in school and community activities. Kohala High School announces the prestigious class of 2020. Merit Shield Award to Jovelyn Campolo. Destiny Susie. Mike Angelo Ventura Afonga. Jordan F. Alejandro III. Elijah Calvena Okeao Antonio. Hayden R. Keola o Makana Ayen. Raiden Baldos. Krisha Marie R. Bautista. Dayton Kamaka Maiola Bell. Lehua Esther Canberra. Jessa May Bautista Campolo. Laila Donna Lee Haunani Casimiro Carvalho. Zion Carvalho. Amber Carvalho Suarez. Danica Hiile Kapoi Emilia Casimiro Roxburgh. Jose Francisco Cedillos Jr. Elijah B.K. Cordero. Kalia Emiliano. Wendo Keiki Okalani no Ku'upu Vai Fernandez. Mahalo. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle. You're welcome.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
No. Kaya Lee Kaohelelani Pikake Galani. Jada Louisa Ku'uleilani Hook.
Congratulations, family.
Jasmine Marie Kaulavehi Okekai Hook. Zachary Keala Ako Javilinar. Kayla Joy Keliko Aela Kaua I Ke Kai Wan Ke Aloha. John Ku'aloha Kahali O'umi Jr. Congratulations. Summer M. Kanehailua Koito. Hey, you're welcome. Mahalo. Hanson Kaliko Capelliello. Congratulations. Kelsey Kahiao Kapiliela. Kiana Kavailehua Kapeliela. Shelly Malia Keawe.
Thank you.
Welcome. La'akea Ke Babala. Hokani Ke Ali'i Ho'oha'aheo Kaiwi Kawailohe Kamuela Maria. Aloha. Mahalo. Congratulations. Isaiah Maderis Ka'ai Kuahivi. Bryce Motomatsu. Manasseh Darrow Pagu. Keanu o ke kuahiwi kane pahio. What is it? Okay, I said okay, Kane. Oh, what is it? So, Keen. Okay. Oh. Okay. You're good. I'm good. Kylie Leilani Paro.
Thank you so much.
Shiloh S. K. Perez. Tiani Kaliaku Momi Makamai Perez Fisher. Kamani Loa F. Benford Provencal. Jaden Paul Resurrection Torres. Coral Rich. Mark Romero. Bryson Roxburgh. Huh? Oh, sorry. For Odin. Odin Bryson Rudd. Brianna Fehi Le Mamo Le Hiva Hiva O Naali'i O Kohala Lim Rider. Smartness. Benjamin R. Fakahula. Fakahuta. Cyril Rand Viennes. Imaya Lynn Kaimalie Villan.
Is it Wigan or Wigan? Wigan.
Alisa Christine Wigan.
Yeah, and then they'll be doing their procession down the road on the highway. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Woo, that went pretty good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.